Merry Christmas! And this is a Christmas season. Christmas has already started. As we go out to marketplaces, we see decorations. We see homes being decorated for Christmas. And I love those beautiful decorations. And one of the things that we talk about during Christmas time is the spirit of Christmas. What is the spirit of Christmas? I hear people talk about the spirit of Christmas. I see the signs on their doorposts and in the shopping centers, in the apartment buildings. We see the signs, the spirit of Christmas. It feels Christmas is at hand. It feels Christmas is already here. What is actually the spirit of Christmas? Christmas is the time when people go out shopping and spending their money, buying gifts for family and friends. Shopping centers are full of people shopping gifts, clothing, food. It seems people are preparing to welcome their friends and family this Christmas. My dear friends, what is the spirit of Christmas? Celebration, giving gifts, shopping and spending money, getting together as a family, and selflessly spending time with our friends and family and giving gifts. Is that the Christmas spirit? What is the spirit of Christmas? It seems people are busy shopping, celebrating, singing loud, listening to loud music, Christmas music, giving gifts to family and friends, getting together as a family. And people think those things are the spirit of Christmas. Yes, all of these things are very important, my dear friends. All of these things are very precious, and all of us need to do them. We really need to celebrate. But is that the spirit of Christmas? For so many people, Christmas is just limited to shopping, gift giving, and family gathering, enjoying good food and drinking. My dear friends, even though those things are very important, I would love to do that. But my dear friends, Christmas is more than shopping, sharing, giving gifts, and getting together. Christmas is more, my dear friends. What is the spirit of Christmas? My dear friends, spirit of Christmas is Jesus himself, who came into this world to give us hope. My dear friends, for me, Christmas means hope. It is the time when the Israelites were desperately, eagerly, prayerfully looking forward to the coming of Messiah. They were waiting for Jesus Christ, Christ the Anointed One, the Messiah. He was their hope. At first Christmas, my dear friends, people were waiting for hope. The people of God were in difficult situation. They were living in a foreign land as captives. Yes, some of them had already returned back, but they didn't have their own country. They were not independent as a nation. They were oppressed by the foreign powers. Those days were the dark time, my dear friends, after the time of Malachi, until the time of John the Baptist. For about 400 years of Israel's history is considered to be a dark time in the history of Israel. They had lost all their hope. There were no prophets of God. They were just looking forward and expecting that their Messiah, the promised anointed one, will come and deliver them. They were looking forward to hope, my dear friends. That's when Jesus came, according to the prophets. And when Jesus came into this world, my dear friends, Jesus fulfilled the prophecies that were written about him hundreds and thousands of years ago. Jesus came exactly as he was foretold, exactly as the prophets of old had told that the Messiah would come. My dear friends, at first Christmas, Jesus came as a hope. Humanity had lost hope, my dear friends. All of Israel's history, in fact, is the human struggle with sin. God first created Adam, the first man, and God wanted to bless all of us through this man called Adam, our forefather. He's the father of all of us, my dear friends. But Adam disobeyed God. He chose to disobey God. He chose to rather listen to the devil. Instead of believing and trusting God and abiding by his commandment, Adam chose to disobey God. He wanted to be the God of his own life. So Adam fell. Adam sinned against God. Adam rebelled against God. In Adam, all of us sinned. And my dear friends, all of us born after Adam became sinners. We all sinned against God in Adam because when Adam sinned, all of us were in Adam, the first man. My dear friends, he was kicked out of God's presence. And after that time, we see the history, all of human history, my dear friends, and all of the recorded biblical history is a struggle. Human being is struggling with sin, and God is trying to bring them close to Him. They fall and go away. God draws them closer to Him, and they fall again. They have repeatedly failed. Human beings were not able to save themselves. After the fall of Adam, God made provisions. God promised to send His Son, Jesus Christ, because God knew human beings wouldn't be able to save themselves. That's why God had promised to send His own Son to this world to save all of us. My dear friends, no matter how good we try to be, no matter how hard we try, we cannot live a perfect life and save ourselves. We are sinners, my dear friends. That's why it is so easy for us to do anything evil. It's so easy because we have a sinful nature that we inherited when we were born. My dear friends, we were born sinners. All of us. Some people might say, "Oh no, I have never committed any sin. I'm not a sinner." Some might say, "I have not committed adultery. I have not committed murder. I have not stolen anything from anybody. I have not told lies. And I'm not a sinner." My dear friends, we're all sinners. You may not have done all of those things, but still you are sinner because that first sin, our forefather Adam committed, and his sin was passed down to us, and we become sinners. My dear friends, all of us are sinners, and we cannot save ourselves. That's why God promised to send His Son Jesus Christ. All the religions of this world are human efforts, my dear friends. Human efforts to reach to God, because humanity knows, deep down in our heart, we know there is a Creator. We know we are sinners. That's why all these religions were created. People started doing good works, hoping that their good works will outweigh the bad works, and they might be able to save themselves. My dear friends, No matter how hard we try, we cannot save ourselves. No religion will be able to save us, no matter how good they are. There may be wonderful religions out there with lots of celebrations, festivals, ceremonies, beautiful temples, and even beautiful pictures of gods or statues of gods, my dear friends. They will not be able to save us. Those are human efforts, honest human efforts to reach to God. My dear friends, we as sinners, no matter how good works we try to do, those good works will never be able to earn our salvation. That's why Jesus was sent. That's why God promised to send Jesus Christ into this world. Isaiah chapter 9, the people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in the land of the shadow of death, upon them a light has shined. You have multiplied the nation and increased its joy. They rejoice before you according to the joy of harvest, as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. For you have broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, as in the day of Midian. For every warrior's sandal from the noisy battle, and the garments rolled in blood, will be used for the burning and fuel of fire. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. My dear friends, Jesus was promised. The Messiah was promised, so that this Messiah will come and deliver the oppressed. The people of God were being oppressed. They were oppressed by the foreign powers, one after the other. Foreign powers came and oppressed the people of God for a long time. My dear friends, internally they were also oppressed by their sin. They were struggling. It was because of their sin, my dear friends, God let them go into captivity. It was their sin that took them there. But God was still caring for them. And God promises to send his son Jesus Christ. And then in Matthew chapter 1, verses 22 and 23, so all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the Lord through the prophet, saying, Behold, the virgin shall be with child, and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which is translated God with us. Hallelujah. What is the spirit of Christmas? The spirit of Christmas is true hope, my dear friends. Messiah was the true hope of Israel. They were under the oppression of the foreign powers. And they were also internally under the oppression of sin and the devil himself. My dear friends, they were struggling. Yes, the law was given in the Old Testament, but the law, all those commandments, were not able to help them overcome sin. My dear friends, the law was just given so that it'll guide the people of God to the Messiah. The law and the prophets talk about Jesus Christ. All of them point to the coming of Jesus Christ. So the law was not really given so that the people of God will be able to obey all of them, keep all of the commandments, and save themselves from sin. It was not possible. That was a temporary solution for God's people. All the sacrificial system in the Old Testament pointed to the Messiah and his sacrifice on the cross for you and for me, my dear friends. What is the spirit of Christmas? The spirit of Christmas is our hope in Jesus Christ. My dear friends, as we celebrate Christmas this year, let us not forget the purpose of Jesus' coming into this world. Let us not forget that Christmas it's all about Jesus Christ. Yes, shopping, sharing gifts, getting together with our family, all of these things are very important part of our life, my dear friends. And God will certainly be pleased as people of God, all of us as children, come together and celebrate and enjoy. But let us not forget the real meaning, the real spirit of Christmas. My dear friends, hope that we have in Jesus Christ is the true spirit of Christmas. People of God in the Old Testament, they were looking forward to the Messiah. After the time of Malachi, until the time of John the Baptist, there was total silence. It seemed God was far away from them. But God had not forgotten them. My dear friends, God may be silent, but He is silently working in your life, my dear friends. He will fulfill what He has promised. And then the last of the prophet, the greatest of the prophet, John the Baptist, comes, and then pointing to Jesus Christ, He says, "Behold the Son of Man who takes away the sins of the world." My dear friends, He is the Son of Man, Jesus who takes away the sins of the world. He is born. Yes, He was born 2,000 years ago. We celebrate Christmas because our hope is not only the hope of Israel, my dear friends, He is the hope of the entire world, because He came not only for Israel, but also for all of us. Not only for Christians. Jesus died for all. Yes, He died for all of us, my dear friends. He died for the entire world. And Jesus came. He was born. He lived a perfect life and He died on the cross. He came back to life. This Christmas, let's remember, it's all about Jesus Christ. Again, Merry Christmas to all of you, my dear friends. And this Christmas, let us share Jesus to the world. Thank you.